crazy how I came out so clean from the dirt. We was using candles on the nights the lights ain't work. We ain't never going back to that and that I merch. Turn your back on me, the worst mistake you ever make. Keep my grass cut, gotta watch out for the snakes. If it's on my plate, best believe it's getting eight. I'm falling like I'm Kobe 33 before the eight. I just want the rings and the medals and the trophies. I want the Kardashians and Jenner so I know me. I wanna take a Uber to the hills to visit.
Welcome, football fans, to Mills Comet Football on the PCSSD Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports. I'm Tyler Fountain, voice of the Mills Sports Network, along with my broadcast partner, Carlton Schutz. And tonight we have a little change up, and we will have Kayla on production for tonight's game and Kristen on the camera. So we just want to welcome those two for tonight's game as well. And Carl, to get right into this pregame show, I did have a chance to talk with Coach Lee earlier today before the game. And as we know, they had a heartbreaking loss last week to the Robinson Senators. So I asked them, after suffering the first loss of the season, how are you expecting the team to respond? And he simply responded, expecting them to stay true to our identity and work the same principles we have worked all year. And Carl, also, I asked him, what does he feel will be the key in getting a win on the road tonight for this away game? And he told me getting off to a fast start and playing overall good team ball in all phases will be the key in tonight's victory. So, Carl, what are your thoughts on tonight's game for the Comets to leave Morrilton and go home with a win?
Tyler, a heartbreaking loss it was last week to the Robinson Senators. Tonight, I expect the Mills Comets to come out with a fire lit up under them, considering that was their first loss of the season. It put a blemish on their record, and this is a team that likes perfection. They're not just satisfied with winning, but they want to do all of the little things right to make sure that they are able to win ball games.
And I definitely understand where you're coming from right there. And Carl, after the loss last week against Robinson, the Comets are now in second place behind the Senators. The Comets lost 29-28 in a nail-biter in a game that could have went either way, which was a very rubber type of game. It came down to a two-point conversion. As we know, Coach Lee won't kick the field goal in many games. He's only kicked one this year. And they handed it to one of their best athletes, if not the best athlete, Jabray Shaw. And one of his blockers, I believe it was Murdoch, who kind of got pushed back in that play, fell back into Shaw, and that kind of slowed him up from getting into the end zone for the two-point conversion. So the Senators took home that victory, 29-28. So, yes, I feel like that tonight will be a redemption game, I believe. But on the flip side of that, Morrilton, who's 6-3, they aren't too shabby as well. They blew out 3 teams this season, but just like the Comets, they lost to the Senators as well, but it was a lopsided ending, and the Senators did defeat the Morrilton Bulldogs by more than 20 points.
And I did see that, Tyler, but I saw the team fight back, and last week they had a 28-13 commanding defeat against the Pine Bluff Zebras, who were a tough team. As we saw, the Comets defeated those guys in overtime with their only field goal of the season that you mentioned earlier. They do have some talent on the defensive side of the ball, starting with number 45, outside linebacker Chad Curtis, who does have 58 tackles, 12.5 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, 1 pass breakup, 1 fumble recovery, 1 forced fumble, and 2 block punts. So we see that kid is everywhere. It's going to be good to keep an eye on him and see how that explosive Comets offense will be able to make him have to fly around to the ball and be able to make some of the plays that he's been able to make all season.
And Carl, not only will their defensive players have to make plays, but so will the Comets. Morrilton does have a quarterback, a senior, standing at 6 foot, 185 pounds, and he can run the ball as well as throw the ball, so he is dual threat. He has 154 carries, 664 yards, 14 touchdowns, a long run of 39 yards, and also has a catch. So that is something to look out for. I do believe that quarterback will be special in tonight's game, but not just the quarterback in the backfield. They also have two type of running backs. They run a two-back formation. They have a good rotation. They have Destin Tate and Terrell Garlington. Destin Tate is the junior, standing at 5'11", 200 pounds with 192 carries, 1,106 yards, 9 touchdowns with a long carry of 47 yards. And we'll be back shortly for this national anthem.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for all the many blessings of life which you have provided. We thank you for recreation and the joy of fellowship we get to have with one another this evening. We ask that you provide all the athletes tonight with safety and protection. We ask that godliness and sportsmanship would be our priority tonight. We pray for all safety of the fans as we watch the game together and as we go home from the game. Thank you once again for all your blessings. In Jesus' name, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Now our national anthem. And now the Morrilton High School alma mater.
Let's go to the booth. Visit the booth.
And as we get back, we do have the captains approaching the field. For the Comets, we have Daniel Brown, Charlie Collins, Jabray Shaw, and Renault Wilkerson. For Morrilton, we have number 10, Hayes Buckley, number 11, Weston Keaton, and number 25, Destin Tate.
And Tyler, that Devil Dogs program does stick together as we see that the team comes out behind the captains in support of them. This is their senior night, so shouts out to those Devil Dogs. And as the Comets get squared away for action, we'll see who takes possession of the ball first here. And Morrilton has won the toss and deferred to the second half. And the Mills Comets do receive the football, so we will be seeing that offense first, led by Achilles Ringo, who did have 4 rushing touchdowns last week, as we saw him have an explosive game as he promised, and he wanted his name to be mentioned with the top in the state. And I don't think anything less than that will happen after that performance that he had last Friday, Tyler.
Yes, and Carl, Ringo is one of those special quarterbacks. He isn't so much of a dual threat, but he can get out of the pocket. He's smart enough to know to get out of bounds or slide when he does get out of the pocket. But we also know that Ringo does have a lot of dog in him. So when the game is on the line and he gets out of the pocket, he gets flushed out of the pocket, he knows how to make a play and stay in bounds. And as you all can hear right now, this game is going to be very exciting. We're right here behind the crowd. The Devil Dogs are coming and approaching the field. The Comets are on the field. And, man, we are here for an exciting game tonight for Friday Night Lights. And as you know, there's no better place to be than right here in Morrilton watching these Comets play.
And Tyler, before we get into the action tonight, I do just want to shout out to my man Terry Jordan. We don't have you here tonight, man, but we sure do miss you here. We hope you can get back soon. And man, I hate you're missing this one. This is gonna be a great ball game.
Yeah, it is going to be a great one, but we do have our girl Kayla on the production. We know she's going to do her thing, and she's in here for the first time along with me and my partner, Carlton Schutz.
Lucky you, Kayla.
So this will be exciting.
And Tyler, I honestly expect this Mills Comets offense to come out here, drive the ball down the field this first possession, and score and really put their mark on this ball game. Those are just my expectations, knowing Coach Lee and knowing this resilient group of young men who have fought all season and just came up short last week, like you said, by one play in an amazing ball game that was probably the best game in the state last week, I would have to say.
Definitely was. And Carl, do you see tonight's game as a redemption game for the Comets or just another Friday night game for the Comets?
I think they seek vengeance here, Tyler. I mean, coming on to week 9, the second to last game of the regular season, we know that every game from here on out has playoff implications as they are second in their division. I just have to believe that that's what it's going to be.
And they try a little squeal kick right here. It is recovered by one of the best ever turning, Daniel Brown. He makes a man miss and is tackled down at the 30-yard line. Now we are about to see this exciting group of Comets come out, drive the field, and hopefully get a touchdown led by their junior quarterback, Achilles Ringo, who is leading the state in passing yards with over 2,000. So we are in for a great show tonight here on Friday Night Lights. And right now we have Ringo in the backfield. I believe that's Cameron Dunbar beside him. They are lined up in doubles with Pierce and QJ on the same side, along with Jabray and Tyler on the opposite side. Let's see what they have right here. Does a player go in motion, or do they run a bubble screen right here? Instead, they do neither, and Ringo starts off by going deep to Tyler Johnson, who just picked up a scholarship offer to Arkansas Baptist, and he gets a comprehensive wellness first down on the first play of the game. Carl, we see what the Comets are coming to do right now. They're starting off early. I believe this might be a passing game tonight.
What a toss from Ringo, Tyler. And I agree with you. This may be a passing game. They will not pull up tonight, Tyler. And remember I said that statement.
I will, as Ringo gets ready to drop back again. He looks right. This time he goes to Jabray Shaw, but this ball is thrown out of bounds. That was Achilles trying to connect with Jabray Shaw right there. That pass is incomplete, bringing up 2nd and 10. And, Carl, if you notice, I think Ringo might be feeling himself as he came out tonight with a little different swagger. He has the arm tape on the back of his arms. He has new cleats, it looks like. I believe we might be in for a show by this young quarterback right here. They hand this ball off to Cameron Dunbar. He gets right back to the line of scrimmage, and that brings up 3rd and 10.
And it was a good game by Dunbar last week. He got it loose on a couple of those runs, as we do know that it was senior night and the last regular season home game for the Comets, and he really showed up big there.
And, Carl, this defense that the Devil Dogs are in, what type of defense is this, Carl? I can't really dissect it right now, hoping that Ringo can.
Looks like they're running a 3-3-5 set as he drops back here and releases. Let's go.
Oh, my gosh, and Jabray Shaw nearly snags the touchdown, but the pass is incomplete. Will the Comets go for it right here? And, Carl, that 3-3-5 defense that you spoke of, why do teams run that defense?
It's honestly to stop this passing game, and they are playing to their strength as their secondary is one of the best secondaries in this conference. They do have a lot of playmakers in the backfield that I will speak on after this 4th down.
And their DBs are playing at least 10 yards off the ball. Ringo has to get it out quick. He does, but I believe the ball was tipped by a defensive player, and that pass is incomplete. Brings up a turnover on down. Looks like the Comets only had one successful play this series, but there are many more to go as this defense gets ready to take the field. Carl, just highlight some things on this defensive side of the ball for the Comets.
Well, we know that these Comets like to get teams in those long yardage situations, Tyler, and that is where they make the majority of their plays. They have a countless amount of interceptions this season, pushing up close to 20 as we see the inside zone here that they normally don't defend as well, and it looks like they stop them there, maybe for a loss of 1. At best, gets back to the line of scrimmage, bringing up 2nd and 10. So the play calling for the Devil Dogs will be a major factor today, especially in these 2nd and 3rd and long situations. That is where the Comets like to force those turnovers, and we know that everybody out there is capable of making a play.
And this time they run a little quarterback power right there. The quarterback isn't too big, but he kind of falls forward for 1 yard. That was Demarius Martin, the senior, standing at 6 feet. But compared to the defensive line on this Comet side of the ball, he's very small. We have defensive linemen standing at 6'5", 6'3", and above. I don't believe that quarterback power will work much longer. It hasn't worked all year for teams that ran it. So they might have to try something else as they come out in this double set right now. And it looks like Jabray is awaiting and expecting a pass. He's lurking. He's dropping back. Does he pick it? Yes. No, he doesn't. It's nearly intercepted, and I called it. Jabray was in a little disguise type of position right there. The quarterback didn't see him and nearly throws an interception.
And that was the Robert coverage right there that he was playing, the one safety high that Jabray loves to make plays in when he's playing underneath the receivers. And Tyler, they might want to watch that because that they are really playing with fire right here.
And Carl, what is that saying you like to say? 90% of the earth is covered by what?
By water, and the other 10 by Jabray Shaw.
Brayshaw makes the fair catch right there, so the Comets will have the ball right here at about the 26-yard line as Ringo on the offense comes out and gets ready to take the field once again.
Quick 3 and out for the defense. That has to feel good for those Comets, as they did give up 21 points in that second half last week. Great bounce back game for them to be able to prove themselves. And Tyler, I can't wait to see what else we'll see from that defense today.
And right now we have Ringo and his offense. They have trips right, I believe, at the top of the screen. Anton Pierce lined up one-on-one at the bottom. This man coverage is something they like. Rigo looks directly at Pierce, and I believe we might have a pass interference right there.
Not sure who that was on, but it did like that was decent coverage right there. And I'm going to speak a little bit more about this secondary, Tyler. Number 6, Caleb McEwen. He is a senior, 5'6", 160 pounds. He has 43 tackles, 2 interceptions, 7 pass breakups, and a forced fumble. And probably the best player in that secondary, Jackson Dixon, who stands at 6 foot, 180 pounds. 73 tackles, 2 interceptions, 3 tackles for loss, 1 pass breakup, 2 forced fumbles. And there was a penalty on the Comets, pushes them back. And Ringo drops back and throws the ball out of bounds smartly, as the Devil Dogs sniffed that one out from the beginning.
That flag was holding on the Comets, as Carl said. And Carl, what I've noticed with these DBs playing off, with that Anton Pierce lined up one-on-one and the DBs playing at least 10 yards off, the way the DB jumped the slant right there, I believe if the Comets, I'm not sure if that's in their arsenal, but if they put in a sluggo, I believe they'll make magic happen right there. But instead they go trips left to the bottom of the screen. Ringo drops back. They're empty, rolls out right, makes a defender miss, can't get the safety, has to throw the ball away and does, and that brings up 3rd down.
And I'm not sure he got that ball past the line of scrimmage. Oh, yeah, actually he did. I'm looking at the original line of scrimmage, I'm sorry. But he gets that ball out smartly. We know Ringo is a player who doesn't make many mistakes, even under pressure. So that is good for him. And let's see what the Comets do here. I like to see a lot of more quick screens and take what the defense is giving them here, Tyler. I think that's the best option for them.
I think, and they actually go to quick screen to the Brayshaw. And he picks up about 8 yards right there. That brings up 4th down. And the punting team will come on the field to punt this one off.
And I think this will be a game of field position, as neither team has started with necessarily the best field position. So I think you just got to keep playing that cat and mouse game and see which defense breaks first.
Hopefully it's Morrilton's defense, Carson.
Always.
And that ball is nearly blocked, but QJ was able to get it off. Looks like Morrilton will have the ball here at about the 48-yard line.
And not able to get much going on that first possession. Morrilton wasn't, but we'll see here if they're able to draw something up to throw these Comets off of their pivot. They seem to be pretty locked in today, so I'm not sure about that, but we will see here shortly.
And we do know how the Comets like to start off slow. They don't like to. It just kind of happens. But I believe they got the jitters out. It was their second series on offense, about to be their second series on defense. I believe after this, the Comets will get going. Demarius Martin, has to slide down in the pocket. We do have Laundry on the field. And this ball will be moving backwards. It was holding on the offense. And that was number 75, Kajalin Black, the senior, standing at 6'1", 255 pounds.
And this is a disciplined ball club. I don't expect them to continue to make these type of mistakes. But, Tyler, we've seen more flags, I can tell you that.
We definitely have, and now they are first and forever right now as they come out in this doubles formation. Demarius Martin looking to the sideline, getting the play call from the coach. moves his running back to his right side. Do they run the inside zone? No, they don't. They throw a quick pass, and it is quickly defended by Anton Pierce.
And I love the way Anton Pierce is flying down. I've seen him do that in multiple ball games. Not so much last week as they tried to keep them honest with the run game, but he does have that capability, and that is why he will be playing on the next level.
Morrilton looks to the sideline to get this play call. What can they dial up here, knowing that the Comets love these second, third, and long situations? Demarius drops back, nearly sacked, and is sacked by Derek Murdoch, the player who was leading the state with sacks with 9 sacks. Last week, he got a sack as well. This one gives him 11 sacks on the season.
And Derek Murdoch, we all know how crucial he is in that pass rush game. He is one of, if not the best in the state in that type of situation. But like we said, Comets love these type of situations. Let's see what the Devil Dogs do here.
And instead, they just give an inside zone. Pretty much that's something I would have done. I mean, probably a halfback draw just to drop back for a quick second. But it is now 4th and an acre. They will bring on their punting unit, and Jabray Shaw will have a chance to make a play right here. He is special in open field. We don't really have to tell you about Jabray Shaw. He is the cheat code, the one and only cheat code. He can make a play at any time. Not sure if they want to give this one right to him. Instead, they do. He lets it bounce, and Morrilton will recover at about the 36-yard line. And Carl, like I said, the offense had 2 series on offense. The defense has had 2 series. Now I think it's time to play ball. It's ball game.
I think it is time to play ball, Tyler. Like I said, this is a field position game. This is decent field position for both teams, I feel like. But let's see if they get some of those quick screens going, as they haven't had much success going deep down the field with all of the defensive backs playing up to 15 yards off.
And Carl, if you look over at the top of the screen, looks like that's a heavier type of DB, maybe even an outside linebacker on Jabray Shaw, but he is bracketed with the safety up top. Jabray gets off quick, and looks like Ringo was trying to connect with Tyler Johnson. That ball was nearly caught and nearly picked at the same time. We do have a flag on the field, and we will see what this flag is about. And that will be the 4th holding call in tonight's game with 2 on both sides.
No pun intended, but Achilles Ringo and this offense, penalties have been their Achilles heel this season, Tyler. We know that they put themselves in deep situations on early downing, and that is what causes them to be able, or what causes them from making big plays down the field.
And they get to that quick screen action like they do oh so well. Anton Pierce making players miss. And he picks up about 9 yards on that catch right there.
That's where the money is, Tyler. I'm telling you, these quick screens, letting your players and athletes get out in open field and be able to make plays, I do think that is where the Mills Comets will be able to cash in.
And Carl, like I said, this game will probably be won in the air. They haven't really put it on the ground yet. They sent QJ in motion. We have to watch out for him when he gets the ball. Instead, they throw the quick screen to Jabray. He can make any player miss. Jumps over a defender, picks up the comprehensive wellness first down, but this play might be coming back as the ref threw a flag right there by the quick screen. So I believe we might have another holding. And we do have another holding call. That is the 5th holding call of the game.
And as Jabray hurdles a defender there like we saw him do last week and was penalized for it in the end zone. That one really hurt. But like we said, the kid can get out and make a play at any given moment. But unfortunately, that play is called back. Let's see if they can make another play here.
And Carl, how crazy it is. The Comets' offense is good in these second and third and long situations, but on defense, they're great as well. Ringo drops back, gets flushed out the pocket, throws to Anton Pierce. Pierce makes the catch, makes a man miss, gets down to the 50-yard line. They are now at midfield, and that is a comprehensive wellness first down. And Carl, Pierce's number didn't get called much last week against the Robinson Senators. I believe he only had one catch the whole game. And now they've already targeted him 4 times in tonight's game with 2 catches.
I do like to see that this offense is explosive, has so many players that you honestly just, it's hard to share that appeal, Tyler. But it looks like they're doing a great job of it tonight. They're getting him and Tyler Johnson involved.
And they run another quick screen to Jabray. The Devil Dog sniffed that one out. Can Jabray reverse fields? He gets a block by Ringo, gets another block by QJ. And he trots out of bounds, and I believe he picks up another comprehensive wellness first down. Carl, the things that Jabray can do, I'm lost for words right now. I mean, the kid is special. I say that every time. They're going to get tired of hearing me say they're – I can't even get my words out right now.
They're probably tired of it already, as we have mentioned him a few times on both sides of the ball tonight. How can you help it when a kid just seems to have a nose for the football and a feel for the entire game on the offensive and defensive sides of the ball?
He is one of those generational talents as Rigo drops back again, looks deep, goes deep, and will this one be caught? No, instead we have a flag, and I believe this will be a pass interference.
And the Devil Dogs were in great position there, but just didn't get that head turned around. The ball was thrown behind, and 9 times out of 10, anybody that knows the sport of football knows that an underthrown ball can result in a pass interference, and that is exactly what happened there, as they couldn't get their heads around quick enough.
And that will push the Comets forward. 1st and 10. Trips right is what it is at the top of the screen. Anton Pierce lined up one-on-one once again, and they run the inside zone with Daniel Brown. And he picks up about, he's still moving forward, moving those legs, and he picks up about 5 yards right there, making it 2nd and 5.
Stop by number 35, Harold Kelly. For the Devil Dogs. 2nd down for the Rockmans.
And Carl, if the Comets start running the ball here, will that 3-3-5 work?
I honestly don't know how it will hold up. It does look like they have the linebackers creeping down on the outside.
And I think he just dumps it off to Jabray. And Jabray is tackled by at least 4 defenders right there. Looks like everything was covered, and Ringo made the right play by just dumping it off to Jabray Shaw.
That was a good play by Ringo. He is one of the most disciplined players I've seen, especially at this level, which shows his ability to be able to play at the next level.
That brings up 3rd, and I believe 3, maybe 4, can't really see from this distance. And the Comets come out in doubles on both sides once again. Who will Ringo go to? They have an arsenal of receivers, and he goes to QJ King, who instead puts his head down and tries to run through his defender. QJ is known for those oh-so-sweet cuts that he always makes. And this time he puts his head down, knows the down and distance, and picks up the comprehensive wellness first down.
And Ringo has hit 4 different receivers this ball game. I like to see just the diversity of the play calling, getting different players the looks that they want, and it has been big for him.
And now they put Jabray in at running back. You know he's getting the ball. He gets the ball, makes a cut, gets to the outside, tries to beat his defender and gets into the end zone. But we have another flag behind the line of scrimmage. I believe that might be a holding once again.
What a play to get him around that edge.
And it looks like these refs will not be shy of calling holding calls in tonight's game. That is the 6th holding call in tonight's game by these refs. That brings up first and forever for these Comets. But with the athletes that they have, plays can be made at any time. It looks like they're going heavy left right here with only one receiver in. They try to run the read out, so they fumble. And the Devil Dogs will cover.
And what a change of events as Jabray Shaw got into the end zone on that holding call on the play before. They get pushed back 10 yards, and the Devil Dogs find a way to come up with a play. 1st and 10 Devil Dogs here, putting that Mills Comets defense back on the field. Let's see if this play calling could change up to get them going in a positive direction.
And Carl, we know when it rains, it pours. And it did just that right there. And the Devil Dogs try to go deep. Does he catch it? It's nearly intercepted, but the refs throw another flag. And this can't be pass interference, but I believe it will be. These refs aren't holding back on throwing these flags. That ball was nearly intercepted by Miles Castor Wallace, the sophomore cornerback. And instead, it was pass interference on the offense, the Devil Dogs. They will replay first down as this ball gets scooted back a lot more.
And
These
what
refs,
great coverage right there by Miles Castor. He does have a couple of interceptions on the season. We know that he is also capable of making those plays. And when you go floating on Castor Island, it's not always going to be open. The inside zone here, he bounces it to the right outside and picks up decent yardage, picking up about 11 yards right there, bringing up 2nd and 14.
Carl, like you said, that was great coverage by Miles Castor Wallace, MCW. I might start calling him that. That is a long name, but he's only a sophomore, so the future does look bright for this young player right here. And Demarius hands this ball off to Destin Tate. He bounces outside once again, but doesn't get anywhere as Anton Pierce comes and washes him up after Derek Murdoch makes a good wrap-up on that tackle.
Great wrap-up by Derek Murdoch there. He threw him the stiff arm. I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to hold on, but he was there. And another one of those situations that this Comets defense likes. 3rd and long is only a matter of time, a ticking time bomb, rather to speak, for these Devil Dogs. And let's see what happens here.
And Demarius tries to go deep once again. And this time he connects with Caleb McEwen and he makes an exceptional catch. There is another flag on the play.
He was able to get a step right there on Miles Castor. He had got a little handsy, but he still was able to come up with that catch. That is an exceptional grab right there.
Carl, I can't say although these refs are throwing a lot of flags, they're throwing flags on both teams. So they're trying to be fair. They're trying to make up for what they're doing on one side and doing it on the other, I would say.
I like that. A balanced attack, I would say, right here by these referees.
And the Devil Dogs run that inside zone once again. And as we know, the inside zone is always a special play for other teams when they're going against this Comets defense. Not sure why, but we know when they put that ball in the air, bad things happen.
And that was, I believe, the first or second successful inside zone ran tonight. The Comets have defended it well up to this point, but they were able to pick up 8 there, bringing up 2nd and 2, and leaving the options wide open for the Devil Dogs as they could possibly take a shot here if they wanted to.
up 2nd and 3. Another quarterback power. And it looks like he might have picked up the first down, and he does. And that's enough for a comprehensive wellness first down.
And this crowd is into it as it is senior night. And these Devil Dogs are highly motivated, Tyler. They really are tonight.
And Carl, the Comets aren't the type of team you want to put on your schedule for senior night because they will ruin it. And that does it for the first quarter. Both teams, a big goose egg, 0-0. Nobody has gotten into the end zone yet. This game has been back and forth. And we will be back here shortly for the second quarter. And we are back for the second quarter as both teams take the field. Still 0-0. Nobody has gotten to the end zone. The Comets have gotten close, but once they got the holding call, that did push them back, and that resulted in a fumble on the next play as they tried to run a read option. So the Comets are back on defense. The Devil Dogs are starting to get active here with these inside zones. They're trying to find a weakness in this Comets defense, and they run another inside zone, and I believe they found one. They might have found a weakness, and they're going to keep attacking that weakness as they pick up 9 yards on their carry right there.
Charleston Collins. Second down and a yard.
That brings up 2nd and 1. Can these Comets make a stand? Demarius Martin and Destin Tate. They run that quarterback power once again, and he picks up a comprehensive wellness first down. And it looks like when they are in those short yardage situations, Demarius Martin will keep it on their quarterback power.
And this power set has been effective blocking this line up front. The Comets are trying to load the box here, but it simply just isn't working. They're outmanned right there in that inside, so I'd like to see the adjustments made on the defensive side of the ball.
And they run another inside zone, but this time they get nowhere. It looks like they might have only picked up 1 yard right there with Destin Tate on the carry.
Stop by number 27, Zion Smith.
And that is a win for the Comets defense. And on 2nd and long, let's see if they stick with the ground game or if they decide to put this ball in the air here, Tyler, as they are now in the red zone for the first time in this ball game.
And Carl, we have to watch out for not just Charlie, but Derek Murdoch. Also Ryan White, who picks up the block, but instead Charlie Collins chases him down, and he gets the tackle right there.
Stop by number 3, Caleb Sane.
And I guess Caleb Sane got in on some of that play too. And that brings up a comprehensive wellness first down, 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. And down here, Carl, they have to be careful. They don't have many yards to go to get into their end zone, but that is when it gets tough.
25, Destin Tate on the carry.
And in these goal line situations, we have seen the Comets be a little more gullible, Tyler. They put up their best fight for sure. Let's see if they can come up with a stop here. and turn the tables of what looks like may be the first score of the game.
I don't believe they score right here, Carl.
Just with the momentum and everything on the line, I'm not sure, but we will see here as we have another quarterback power, and he is stuffed in the backfield for a loss of 2 or 3 yards. And Tyler, I'm not sure if they heard you there, but bringing up now what looks like will be 3rd and goal from the 9-yard line. Let's see if they can come up with the play here.
Stop by number 3, Caleb Sane. 3rd down and goal for Morrilton.
3rd and goal. It looks like they bring in a few more receivers here on this play. Trips right, single receiver on the bottom of the screen. They look to the sideline as they check.
And Carl, I think they might try to attack MCW, the sophomore corner, and instead they actually run the wheel route, kind of like a pick and a rub right there. They use their receiver to get the corner out of the play, run the wheel route, and instead we have a flag on the offense, and that pushes them back 5 yards.
That false start was big. As I really like that play design there, Tyler, to use that slant along with that wheel, like you said, sort of a pick rub type of route right there. But I don't think they will be coming back to that anytime soon, as the Comets will be able to sniff that out as they saw it right there.
Carl, why not come back to that? I mean, I would. But instead, they put Jabray on their main receiver, and I know Jabray will make a play. And like I said, why not come back to that play? That was an easy play. Coaches can sniff that out, Carl, but the defense, I'm not sure if they were ready for that one right there. I mean, high school football.
You're right, Tyler. I'm sorry. I'm thinking up on the next level there. They come back to the same exact play that just busted up, and they get on the 1-yard line, maybe inside of the 1-yard line. So 4th down and goal. Let's see which front end gets the better push here. That will be the determining factor.
And Carl, I think one of the determining factors is limping off of the field. Charlie Collins has to go to the sideline, might be cramping. We have seen the Comets cramp a lot. Why not do the quarterback power? They do the quarterback power and get right into the end zone for a cornerstone touchdown. And the Devil Dogs are the first team to put points on the board tonight.
And the Devil Dogs draw first blood here on their senior night. Like you said, Charlie Collins coming out of the middle of that defensive line. You have to think that that was a big factor in what went on in that play.
And Carl, if you paid attention, the defensive line actually busted through the line, but not sure what happened. And it looks like he set ball wet. The kick is good. And if the Devil Dogs score again and keep scoring, these fireworks will be going off all night like it's the 4th of July.
A great possession there by the Devil Dogs they put together, led by that inside zone that we spoke of, as well as that wheel route that they ran on that play to get them down to a 4th and goal situation from the 1-yard line. And with just willpower, they were able to get that into the end zone. Let's see how this Comets offense responds here.
Carl, if they kick this ball to Daniel Brown, we probably won't get a chance to see this offense. The kid is special back there at kick return.
And there's no safe option here, as I believe that is QJ King on the other side, Tyler.
And I think they try to squib this one, and they do once again. And QJ picks this one up, makes a cut, ducks under a defender, and gets to the 40-yard line.
40-yard line. Great field position for the Comets. I want to see what the play calling is like here. I haven't necessarily favored the play calling up to this point. Just seeing that they should take what the defense gives them. and not be so greedy down the field. But let's see what Ringo and this offense can execute right here.
And Carl, their defensive front that the Devil Dogs are in, their defensive linemen are very small. I would inside zone them until I couldn't anymore, but instead they give that ball to QJ King, and he gets tackled after picking up about 3 yards right there.
Great tackle right there as QJ was heading north, and we know when he heads north that he just might not stop till he gets to the North Pole.
Maybe the goal post. QJ is a player I would like to see the ball in his hands a lot more in tonight's game.
Another drop back
And
pass.
Ringo goes deep to Anton Pierce. Pierce makes the catch, runs to the 5, the end zone, hands the ball to the ref, and that is enough for a cornerstone touchdown. And like I said, Carl, Pierce's name and number didn't get called last week except for one time. They've already connected on 4 passes tonight with 7 targets, and this one just happens to be a touchdown. I believe this offense is ready to go. I'm not sure if the Devil Dogs are ready for this 2-point conversion. We know that the Comets like to get tricky down here sometimes, and I believe we'll get this one right here. I would like to see QJ King in at quarterback, running that read option with Jabray Shaw, but instead it's Ringo and I believe Cameron Dunbar. They run the reverse, and like I said, they like to get tricky. Anton Pierce swims over his defender and gets into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. And man, we have a ball game.
We do. And getting Anton Pierce involved here early is great for the confidence of not only Anton, but for the entire Comets offense. Anton is a detrimental part of the attack and the explosive offense that the Comets have had this season. He is a big playmaker, as we can see there, and the Comets now have a slight 8-7 lead with 7 minutes and 2 seconds left in the second quarter.
And Carl, that Anton Pierce, we're highlighting him, but we also need to highlight Achilles Ringo, the young quarterback, especially. He said he has something to prove, not only to himself, but to the doubters and to the coaches, that he is one of those top quarterbacks in the state, and I do believe he is. A pocket quarterback, great pocket presence. When he's flushed out of the pocket, he's able to get rid of the ball. Doesn't take a lot of hits, a lot of sacks, and I believe that's something you want in all quarterbacks.
I agree with you there, Achilles Ringo. We saw a pass last week, just a beautiful bomb that he dropped as they kicked the ball off here. A little pooch kick, short, so about the 30-yard line, and he is upended right at about the 35-yard line, and that is where the Devil Dogs will take over. But Ringo, the kid is special. When he's in rhythm, when he's comfortable, when he's in the pocket, he has a huge presence, and any pass that he steps into, I have no doubt that he's making the right decision and that the ball will make it to the playmakers.
And Charlie Collins is back out there on that defensive line. He's getting double teamed right there, so that's maybe why we aren't seeing much of him right there on those inside zones. They are double teaming him while running away from him.
And when they're double teaming like that, Tyler, the best thing to tell a kid is to just make a pal. You don't want to get drove back or drove down the field. You just want to make a pal and cut out a few of the running lanes, as I'm sure that Big Charlie could cut out about 3 of those.
Definitely. And look, if they take out Charlie, they also have to watch out for Murdoch, Caleb Sane, Ryan White, and Renault Wilkerson. I mean, it's athletes all over the field. And as you see right there, that pal was made. And the running back had nowhere to go. Looks like he only picked up about 2 yards right there. That brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3. Do you think they keep it on the ground here, Tyler? I honestly think that they do, especially in this formation.
Quarterback power.
And they were able to draw the Comets offside there, which will give them 5 yards and enough for another comprehensive wellness first down.
And Carl, we know these Comets are one of the best in getting flags. And that's not nothing to highlight, but that's something to fix. So hopefully they just continue to play their game, be disciplined as we know they can be under this Coach Lee coaching staff, and just do what they came to do. Let's leave with the victory. They're empty right now. They've run the quarterback draw, and he is taken down, I believe, behind the line of scrimmage or right at the line of scrimmage. That brings up 2nd and 10. Caleb Sane on the tackle right there. Like I said, it's not only Charlie on that line, but a lot of other players that can make plays. And Carl, there's one of your favorite defensive linemen that you do like to tell me about, number 71. And that is, we don't have the name for him, but he is one of those big players down there. I believe he can stuff a hole real good.
He really can. I promise you he can, Tyler. As the ball is thrown into the dirt there on the outside, looks like the receiver lost his footing. And that brings up 3rd and 10. Like I said, it's only a matter of time before that Comets defense makes a big play. And what better moment than right now? Just scored, 3rd and 10. Let's see if they can get the stop. Looks like more movement up front.
And it looks like they hold each other accountable as Charlie goes right across RJ's head right there for jumping off sides. And RJ will come to the sideline. Discipline is everything in games like this. You're only up by 1 point. It's still early. But if you let a team hang around longer than what they should, they can sometimes sniff out a win. It is windy down there on that field, so I believe they might want to keep this ball on the ground. Watch for the trick play right here. Instead, Morrilton calls a timeout, and that gives the Comets defense time to settle down, relax, think, and make a play.
So instead of that 3rd and 10, it is 3rd and 5, which could switch up the play calling a little bit here on the Morrilton side, and I think that's where the miscommunication came in. But let's see what they could draw up here as they go to the sideline, as well as those Comets on defense. And Tyler, with 4 minutes and 48 seconds left, is this game going sort of like you thought, or is it a little more slow pace? What do you think?
I believe it's right where it needs to be, Carl. I don't think it's fast nor slow, but I did expect the Comets to come out on fire. And I take that back. Maybe I told a story right there. Maybe I lied. I expected these Comets to already have at least 21 points right now.
I did too. But with the highly motivated team on their senior night, we knew that the Devil Dogs wouldn't just lay down.
But, Carl, I believe they are about to lay down. I don't think they pick up this first down right here if they put it in the air. And they do put it in the air, and you know Jabray is right there. Does he? No. Something happens that we never see happen. Jabray gets caught on, and we now see that the kid is human, as the Devil Dogs are now down at the 4-yard line.
And with the late head turn there from Jabray Shaw, a rare mistake from him out there in that secondary. I think he just lost track of the ball and just couldn't GPS it right there. But those are the plays that we spoke about that could be big plays for the Comets, but instead it is a big play for the Devil Dogs and 1st and goal from their 4-yard line.
And Carl, the Devil Dogs are playing a dangerous game trying to attack Jabray. But I understand you have to put the ball in the air to your best receiver, give him a chance to win. But I don't think you can do that for most of the game tonight.
I don't think so, and I don't think that play will happen again, so they might want to take advantage of it here and try to punch this ball into this end zone with 4 minutes left until halftime, to the Akil Carpets 1 halftime show. Let's see what they can do here, Tyler.
And I think they don't try anything crazy right here. Just inside zone, quarterback powers, and that's exactly what they do. And if he takes that hand off the ball once again, we might see a fumble coming in this near running days.
And another stop by Murdoch. He has been big in this ball game. We've seen him already with the sack here, a few tackles for loss, and another tackle right there. I think they try to get this ball to this single receiver side right here, Tyler.
It is 3rd and goal. Instead, they quarterback power like I knew they would. And he nearly gets into the end zone. It will be 4th and 1. Like I said, when it is short down in distance. And we have a flag on the play. Not sure what this flag will be.
Me neither. The wind carried the flag 10 yards. And was that a sideline warning? Sideline warning on the Comets. No penalty there.
From the 2-yard line. Carl, will they get this one in?
I don't think so.
They have Demarius Martin in. Will it be a quarterback power? Will it be a handoff, or will it be a quick slant? I'll go with the quarterback, left power, and they do just
high
that right
snap.
There.
Whoa! And I'm not sure he can fumble that ball forward.
Carl, we just saw something that we've never seen. I don't even believe that's a trick play.
And that is a flag. I'm not sure if that is on the sideline.
The quarterback was tackled, and he was still able to get the ball off while in the air. They did call a flag on the offense. Instead, it's a flag on the Comets and the coaching staff. These refs aren't playing, but Carl, I don't believe that was even a drawn-out play. I called the quarterback power to the left. They ran that. You called the high snap, and he was still able to dump that ball off.
Tyler, I am pretty sure that the linemen were upfield, and I'm not sure how he was able to advance that ball. But it is the referee's discretion, not mine. And nevertheless, the Devil Dogs score, making it a 13-8 lead here with 3 minutes left in the second quarter. That was the second sideline warning.
And Carl, usually refs play into the quarterback's safety. Instead, they don't do that. I mean, the quarterback was lifted off of his feet and still was able to throw the ball. Like, usually they'll blow the whistle for a dead ball, but instead, home field advantage is real.
I thought that was a little forward progress there, and Coach Lee was screaming and shouting about it. I believe that is where that sideline personal foul came from.
Besides that, it was a great heads-up play, though. But I don't believe that was in the playbook. I believe when they watch film, if they watch film on Monday, the team laughs about that play, and the coach tells him to never do it again. It was just one of those type of plays.
As they line up for the PAT here.
It is senior night, and he is making a senior type of play. He's going out with a bang. They're 6-3. Don't have much to lose, so why not?
Splits the uprights, and that does make this a 14-8 ball game. They take a 6-point lead here with 3 minutes and 1 second left in the first half. Do you think that this offense can get going here, Tyler? Because I really do believe that they will have to try to sort of rush things, but they did find some success in the air there. So I do think that they are capable of scoring. We know that they can score in bunches and fast.
Carl, I think these Comets take the field and they drive down the field within at least 6 plays.
The 15-yard penalty will push them back here.
But there is no reason to rush it. Stick to the script, play your game. Like we always say, this team is very resilient, great against adversity, and that's what they're facing here tonight.
But we know this team is no stranger to adversity as they kick the ball away here. I'm not sure that was past the 10-yard mark.
Go 10 yards.
And that will be a penalty, probably giving the Comets good field position once again. Great call by the referee there.
And these Devil Dogs are trying their best to knock out these Comets. They know they have to get them gone early because the Comets are one of the best teams at coming back from behind.
And not sure why there wasn't a penalty there, but 1st and 10 for the Comets from the 36-yard line, and here we go.
Trips left to the top of the screen. Anthem Pierce one-on-one at the bottom. Ringo flush out the pocket, spins in the pocket, and gets sacked in the pocket as flags fly in from both sides.
I think that was holding right there on the outside edge.
And we will have 2 offsetting penalties. And it looks like Ringo and the Comets are ready to rock and roll right now. No need to wait. They're ready to get it going. And Ringo gets the call from the coach. Make sure everyone is lined up. Drops back, looks at Pierce, goes to Pierce, and Pierce makes the catch for a comprehensive wellness first down. I believe tonight's game will be a Pierce game. We haven't seen much of Jabray or QJ. We've seen flashes of both of them, but we've mainly been seeing Pierce right now. I believe the Comets feel like they have a mismatch.
And he is playing 10 yards off, so I believe they have a mismatch as well.
And Cameron Dunbar is making players miss as he picks up another comprehensive wellness first down.
And what a run by the senior running back right there. Cameron Dunbar, like I spoke about last week, is capable of making these explosive plays as we see him pick up 10 right there.
Do they go to him again? Yes, they do. They run a counter. He's very patient, makes a cut, and nearly gets to the sideline, but instead picks up about 3 yards right there.
Great run by Dunbar. And I don't think they want to give that ball back to these Devil Dogs here. I think they want to make this the last possession, which is why we're seeing a few runs here. And they keep that clock running. Ringo looks to the sideline, checks down, gives his receivers in line to play.
Watch Charlie.
Woo!
And Cameron Dunbar is making plays left and right as he cuts left and right and picks up another comprehensive wellness first down. I believe that is only the 4th carry in tonight's game. They've been very pass heavy.
He was led by a C4 bomb of a block by Charlie Collins there. Tyler, he really blew him up.
Play action here. Quick screen. Jabray Shaw. Oh my goodness, makes a Le'Veon Bell type of cut, sticks the ball out, and gets into the end zone for a cornerstone touchdown. The cheat code. Once again, we've seen him in flashes, and right there, we see him in the end zone. That's Achilles Ringo's second touchdown pass of tonight, with the first being to Anton Pierce, and the second one going to Jabray Shaw.
Great play right there. Like I said, just get your players in space, let them make plays. It's all knotted up at 14. Let's see if they can pick up this 2-point conversion here.
Oh my.
Play action.
Throws that ball kind of high, throwing it over the head of Anton Pierce.
And he's throwing across his body there, rolling out left, trying to throw it back right. Such a tough throw to make. And with 1 minute and 15 seconds left in this first half, the Devil Dogs right here, let's see if they play it conservative and try to run this clock out, or if they try to take shots down the field, which will result in good and bad news. Just not sure which team will get which.
And while we have a moment, I would like to shout out our girl on production, that is Kayla, and we also have Kristen on the camera tonight. Once again, we don't have our guy Scary Terry here, but we would like to shout him out, but instead we have Kayla. She's doing her thing on the production, so we're glad to have her here. And QJ kicks that ball, and they get down to nearly the midfield, but instead tackled at the 45-yard line. And the Comets will take the field and play defense right now.
I think the Comets can finally get that turnover they're looking for here, depending on the play calling, like I said, of the Morrilton Devil Dogs.
And Carl, all these Devil Dogs have been doing is running 9 routes. They've just been running goals, running streaks the whole game. And I think that's what they're going to do for the rest of the game. I mean, it's only been 9 routes and 3, so they've just been running streaks and slants. That's it. But do they try to score before this half is over? They will get the ball back at the beginning of the second half. So we don't know if they're playing to win or playing conservative right now. And with them running the ball, I think they're playing conservative.
Woo! And he is tackled by about 9 Comets. The cavalry comes home and gets there. And with 15 seconds left in this half, I think they just tried to run this clock out. I'm surprised Coach Lee, with about 15 seconds left there, didn't try to call a timeout and get this ball back. But he takes no chances here, and as the clock runs out, we will be headed into our Achilles Carpet 1 halftime show here shortly. Please make sure to like and subscribe on Mill Sports Network on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe. Also, you can find us on Facebook, and you can find us at PCSSD Sports Network. We will be back soon with the Achilles Carpet 1 halftime show.
It is the grand opening sale at Achilles Carpet 1.
Get up to 50% off store-wide with payments as low as $40 per room per month. Plus, get your sales tax paid.
We make it beautiful.
For less.
It is the grand opening sale at Akel's Carpet One.
Get up to 50% off store-wide with payments as low as $40 per room per month. Plus, get your sales tax paid.
We make it beautiful.
For less.
The heroes disappeared into the shadows of the forest where danger awaited.
like to say is thank you and we love you to our 2023 seniors. Thank you for 6 wonderful years of music and memories. Under the direction of Christina Barkley, with the assistance of Ben Hogan, Jessica Perry, and interns Emily Copeland and Michaela Hayes. Color guard sponsor is Caitlin Davis. Our drill designer is Michael Wells. Marching Devil Dogs would like
When the game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit. Stayed down, remain humble and I made it work. Crazy how I came out so clean from the dirt. We was using candles on the nights the lights ain't work. We ain't never going back to that and that I merch. Turn your back on me, the worst mistake you ever make. Keep my grass cut, gotta watch out for the snakes. If it's on my plate, best believe it's getting 8. I'm falling like I'm Kobe 33 before the 8. I just want the rings and the medals and the trophies. I want the Kardashians and Jennifer know me.
And we are back here for the second half. Before we jump into this second half, we have a little bit of time for this pregame show. And the score is tied right now, 14-14. I believe that is very unexpected. I mean, it's kind of surprising to some of us up here, but it is a good game nevertheless. I mean, Achilles Rigo has 2 touchdown passes, one to Anton Pierce, who he's connected with on 5 passes, and then a touchdown pass to Jabray Shaw, of course, and then the Morrilton Devil Dogs had a wild touchdown sequence where the quarterback was tackled, still in the air, lifted off of his feet, but dumped the pass off, and then they also have a touchdown off of the inside zone. So the game is kind of going back and forth. The Devil Dogs will get the ball to start this second half. And while we have a moment, Carl would like to just update us on some of those scores across Arkansas.
I'm going to jump right into the 5A action here. We have Robinson up 14-0 on Whitehall. We have Maumelle leading 21-14 after being down 14-0 at halftime. BB currently leads Watson Chapel 15-6. And we also have Wynn up by a great margin, 42-6 against Forest City, only at halftime. So that game is getting blown out of the water. Camden Fairview is currently up 20-7 versus Hot Springs. We have Little Rock Parkview up 21-14 on Lakeside. Tyler, it's a lot of great teams around this 5A conference, and I do believe that the Comets sit right atop of those teams and can be in any top conversations to win not only the conference but state championship contenders. I think that is safe to say as we are here in week 9. I do believe the Comets are state championship contenders. I'm putting that out there right now. Remember that you heard it here first as these teams warm up, and the Devil Dogs have had a fire lit up under them this first half. A series of fortunate events did help them to stay in this game. But nevertheless, the score is 14-14. And as a football player, you have to think that is 0-0, a fresh start with 24 minutes of football left, 2 12-minute quarters. Let's see what these teams will be able to dial up as we get into the action. And some of the things I saw right there in that first half was just how effective the 3-3-5 defense was on the first few possessions for the Devil Dogs on the defensive side of the ball. But the Mills Comets started to take what the defense was giving them, and with doing so, it opened up opportunity for big plays to be made by the playmakers. And these teams go to their respective sidelines. The Devil Dogs will be receiving this second half kickoff as they run out onto the field. We will be seeing this Comets defense first. And Tyler, I honestly must say that they've been doing pretty well against this defense that we have known to create lots of turnovers this season. Over 20 turnovers forced over the entirety of the season. Let's see what they could do here as QJ King lines up to kick this ball away.
And while we have a second, I would like to shout out our sponsors. Akil's Carpet One halftime show. We have Cornerstone Home and Lending. And we also have the Comprehensive Wellness Center located on West Markham. And QJ King kicked that ball off. Looks like Caleb McEwen is tackled at the 21-yard line. That will bring out the Devil Dogs offense and the Comets defense. 1st and 10 Devil Dogs.
A very balanced and even game here so far.
Even the referees are balanced, I would say. They threw flags on both teams. Equal amount. Can't really say home field advantage anymore. But we are here. What do they come out with? They start off with an inside zone. He sees that it's cloudy and kind of cuts back, backside to be exact, and picks up about 3 or 4 yards on that carry right there.
Second and 7.
2nd and 7 for the Devil Dogs as they get this call from the sideline. Carl, what have you seen from this defense? I see that QJ King is now in on the defensive side of the ball this half at corner. Looks like the sophomore MCW, Miles Carster Williams, is out. And they run a quarterback power right there, but Anton Pierce is there to wash him down. But like I said, QJ King is getting some of these defensive reps now. They took MCW out of the game. Not sure why. They also have Daniel Brown lined up over there at corner. Why do you think they've done that, Carl? We know that the Comets are great at making halftime adjustments. What do you think caused this?
I think it's just the playmakers that the Devil Dogs have right there on the outside. We see they even made a play on Jabray Shaw. We know he's not coming out of that ball game. But I honestly just think that they have to match talent with talent here.
And I think they're doing that very well. And the quarterback is flushed out the pocket, throws it deep, no flags, play is clean, and that will bring up 4th down. Looks like they'll go 3 and out right here as the punting unit does come on the field. Jabray Shaw will drop back to return this punt. Hasn't caught one all game, hasn't returned one all game, has caught one. And hopefully he doesn't have to fair catch this one. We'll get a chance to see him make a play on this special teams.
And we know how sturdy he can get, Tyler.
And instead, the Comets let the Devil Dogs come straight through. And the ball is down at the 36-yard line. And that gives the Comets decent field position, I would say.
35, fairly good field position. 65 yards to drive this ball. A Ringo-led offense. He has had a pretty good game today. Couple of close calls in the beginning trying to force the ball downfield, but now he's just taking what the defense is giving him, like I mentioned. And I think that will be the result here in this half.
And they send Tyler Johnson in motion as they swing down Daniel Brown in the backfield.
And it does it like
flags
this.
on the play.
On a running play, you got to think that that's holding.
Ball carrier, we have flags on the play.
And that is holding. Carl, I think that's their 5th holding call on the Comets in tonight's game. And it hasn't even been on outside zones. It's been on inside zones and just passing plays. Not sure why this holding call is being called so much, but we do have trips right to the bottom of the screen. Looks like Jabray Shaw has his chance of one-on-one. Looks like the Comets might have just audible. And will they go to Jabray in this one-on-one situation? And they will. Rigo looks directly at Jabray. Jabray makes the catch. It's an amazing catch. And he is down after picking up the comprehensive wellness first down. And one thing about that Ringo, he has the ball on a string, and it's literally like a puppet master with the football. I mean, he can put the ball right in the basket, and he does just that as he connects with Jabray Shaw for the comprehensive wellness first down. And Carl, that one-on-one situation with Jabray or any of these Comet receivers is something that the Devil Dogs want to stay away from. It looks like they're leaning more to this right side with Pierce and QJ, and we have another flag right there. It might be a holding as Ringo just trots out of bounds.
And I'm pretty sure that that is a holding penalty, pushing them back once again. But like you mentioned, what a throw by Ringo on the play before. Threw it between a rock and a hard place and was able to find Jabray Shaw.
I think Jabray Shaw might be that hard place. I'm not sure, because the way they connect when he's looking for Jabray, I mean, it's special.
It truly is special, and I'm glad that we got to be a part of it here. Hopefully you guys are watching on the Mill Sports Network on YouTube. Please make sure to like and subscribe on Mill Sports Network.
It is first down, first and forever right now. Looks like it's about 1st and 25. I'm not sure. And it is 1st and 25. We have trips right to the bottom of the screen. They send Jabray in motion. Watch the wheel route. And he runs a wheel route, but Ringo is sacked in the backfield before any of his receivers could get open. And instead of 1st and 25, that brings up 2nd and 35.
What a play there.
And they have been getting to Ringo. They haven't just been getting to him. They've been getting in the backfield, but he's been able to get the ball out of his hands. Right there, we see the Devil Dogs come up with a big sack. And these teams are trading blows. Watch the blitz off the edge. And they run the blitz, but we run the quick screen to counter that. He goes to Anton Pierce, who stiff arms the defender, stiff arms another one, and is tackled down at the 49-yard line.
A decent game, but not when you're behind the sticks like that. Bringing up what looks like will be 3rd and 25.
And Carl, the Comets get the ball out quick. Ringo is taught to get that ball out quick. They run the quick screens. So blitzing off the edge and losing the DB is something they should want to stay away from. I'm not going to tell them to stay away from it, but it's something they should want to stay away from. Ringo flushed out the pocket, and he throws that ball to Tyler Johnson, but the pass is incomplete as he put a little bit too much power in that one.
And I think you got to punt this ball here as we see the punt team come out onto the field. 2 great defensive possessions by both teams once again, and we're still not at here, 14-14 with 8 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
And if QJ King gets a good foot in this punt, that will serve the Comets justice, but instead the ball is recovered by QJ after the fumble on the bad snap. And the Devil Dogs will have great field position right here, only having to drive the ball 40 yards to get into the end zone. That's something every team wishes for.
Special teams is that third aspect of the game, like we spoke about earlier in this season, Tyler. And what a big special teams play there for the Devil Dogs, putting this Mills Commons defense backs against the wall here with only 38 yards to drive to the end zone.
And it looks like they're heavy. Watch the quarterback power, but they run that inside zone. And he is rumbling, tumbling, still going. Down after picking up 14 yards. And he was, Destin Tate was brought down by Anton Pierce after picking up that comprehensive wellness first down.
And what a way to just keep those feet grinding right there. He was hit at about 8 yards and was able to carry the defenders for an extra 14 on a 22-yard pickup right there. What a great play by him.
And Carl, they found their bread and butter with this inside zone, but not with the quarterback. Quarterbacks have never been good running the ball against the Commons.
Charlie Collins on that tackle right there. Like you said, we haven't seen too much of him. He's made a few tackles downfield. But with him in there, you always have to think that you have a chance to blow the play up.
And they run another inside zone. And he is down at the 2-yard line. That's enough for a comprehensive wellness first down. And they will be first and goal from the 2-yard line.
And let's see if they can punch it in here. Crazier things have happened. Still knotted up at 14. They try to take a lead here with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Simple play calling. Let's see how they can execute.
October right now here in Morrilton. Fireworks are still popping off as the Morrilton Devil Dogs get into the end zone for a cornerstone touchdown. And Carl, if these Comets let the Devil Dogs stay around and they play with their food for too long, it isn't going to be pretty.
And that one is off of the left upright. That extra point is no good. We'll see what type of implications that has as this ball game progresses. And now the Mills Comets will be getting this ball back with a fresh start. And let's see if they can avoid those penalties this time, Tyler. I think that is a big part of the result of how this game is going versus how we thought it was going to go. The lack of discipline up front. Those 3 down linemen have been giving the offensive line everything they want and more. I think it's the low center of gravity, honestly, Tyler. They're getting off the ball faster and at a lower level, lower pad level, and that is allowing them to get penetration and pressure on Achilles Ringo.
You're right, Carl. Right here, I think what the Comets have to focus on is recovering this ball. The Devil Dogs have tried every kick in the book, and I don't expect them to stop. They're 6-3, have nothing to lose. Everything to gain. And QJ King picks this ball up, makes a cut, holds on to the ball, and is down at the 35-yard line. And Carl, what have you been seeing out of this Devil Dogs defense?
I think they're being led right now not only by this monster of a secondary that they have, where they have 3 players with multiple interceptions, but also by this defensive line front that I was talking about and these linebackers blitzing off of the edge.
Looks like they're blitzing that inside gap right there. He hands it off to Cameron Dunbar, and Cameron is stuffed 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I think the middle of the field is where the weakness is. You have those guys blitzing. Those 2 middle seams are wide open, and I'm sure that Coach Lee will see this and adjust accordingly. They're showing blitz every time. They're disguising it. You don't know which guys are coming and which guys aren't, and that's the confusing part for this offensive line.
They have 3 down linemen, 1 coming off the edge right there. But I believe you go to Anton Pierce. They want to go one-on-one, and you take that one-on-one matchup. And they're taking that one-on-one matchup to Tyler Johnson as Ringo nearly throws a pick. Anton Pierce holds his hands up as he's wide open. Not sure if that was after the play or during the play. But Ringo has to go through his progressions as a QB. He has to go from left to right, to right, to the running back. And that brings up 3rd and long. It is windy out here right now. And Pierce is wide open once again down the middle of the field. And this time Ringo tries to connect with Jabray Shaw, and that pass slips through the hands of Shaw. And Ringo stands on the field like he's anxious, like he just wants to go for it on that 4th and long situation, but Coach Lee brings out the punting unit.
And let's see if they can get a clean snap here. That was the initial play starting up the 38-yard drive put together by the Morrilton Devil Dogs. And special teams, like we said, is a big part of it. Good snap here and a great punt by QJ. It bounces down. Let's see if they can pin it down. And they do at the 5-yard line.
Comes in late as the ref is running down the sideline. Not sure if this will be a sideline warning or what it will be.
And it is a sideline warning for the Morrilton.
And like I said, these refs are being very fair right now.
They are. These are state championship caliber referees right here, as they are buckling down on everything.
And I think we just abandoned the run. I don't think they've stopped it. I think we've only ran the ball about 8 times in tonight's game. All with Cameron Dunbar and once with Jabray Shaw. But the Devil Dogs now have their back against the wall. I don't believe they will be able to drive this ball 95 yards down the field.
Not on this defense, Tyler.
Who knows? An inside zone can go for 40, could go for 10.
Could go for 95.
And he picks up about 5 yards right there as flags come raining down.
Gotta think that's holding. If so, that will hurt, as the Devil Dogs already are backed up.
It'll only be half the distance of face mask.
Man.
And the comments are shooting themselves in the foot right now. They're hurting themselves.
Moving that ball up to about 25-yard line. Big play right there for the Devil Dogs. Positive run and the face mask to tack on with it as well.
And they run that quarterback power. He tries to get to the outside, but instead it's brought down by a few comments. I believe that's Ryan White, big 71. And
Got by number 71,
Jabari Murphy. 71.
The Comets can't let this run lure them to sleep here. They do still have to be attentive to the possibility of a pass because big plays like those are the ones that can ultimately determine the outcome of the game. But let's see if they stay honest here.
And they go past, they attack Daniel Brown, and you know who's there? Jabray Shaw. He makes an amazing interception. Breaks, I don't know how many tackles.
Oh, my God.
Another tackle like Braxton Miller gets into the end zone, and we might have a pass interference on Daniel Brown. It looks like the refs might not be so fair after all.
Man, and the coverage there was a little handsy on both sides of the ball by Daniel Brown and by the receiver. But the defensive player is always guilty in the court of law when it comes to football. So that is a 15-yard penalty after an amazing return by Jabray Shaw, breaking maybe 12 tackles even though there are only 11 players on the field. And 1st and 10 for those Devil Dogs. Once again, the Comets shoot themselves in the foot with a penalty.
The Devil Dogs are getting saved right now, and I'm not sure because they are the Devil Dogs.
Tyler, have you ever seen Saved by the Bell?
Are you saying Screech might be out there, dude? And right now, these Devil Dogs are in an empty formation. Do they send anyone in motion? No, they don't. They're attacking Daniel Brown once again. And it looks like the people in the crowd want another flag, but no. They will not get one right there. That pass is incomplete, bringing up 2nd and 10.
And I think they put this ball back on the ground here after trying that once again. Daniel Brown with great coverage there. Didn't use his hands so much there. Great play by him.
And they do put that ball on the ground. Anton Pierce is physical out there. Didn't make the tackle, but it looked like he blew up the play.
And as they untangled that pal, looks like that was Charlie as well in on that tackle, bringing up 3rd and 10 for those Devil Dogs. They say what's nice happens twice, Tyler. Empty formation. We know the ball most likely is getting put in the air. You have to be considerate of the quarterback's ability to run the football as well. Let's see what happens.
And it looks like they want to keep everything in front of them, in front of the sticks. But he goes deep on Anton Pierce, who plays receiver as well. And like I say, let all states stand. Are you in good hands? No, we are in Pierce's hands, and those hands are great as well. And we see that right there, the kid is having a game tonight. And he comes up big on a play like they need. In the car, you called it. What's good? I don't even know the sentence, so you might want to say it.
What's nice happens twice, Tyler, like I said. And once again there, it wasn't the pick six that Jabray Shaw had, but it is a turnover forced by those Mills Comets. And I'm sure they're eager and anxious to get back on the offensive side of the ball and make something happen.
And, Carl, I think they go to Jabray or Anton Pierce right now. The hands are hot. They're steaming. It's cold out. And what's better than doing something in the cold is warming yourself up. But instead, they keep the ball on the ground with Daniel Brown, and he picks up only 1 yard, bringing up 2nd and 9.
I would like to see play action soon, Tyler. Maybe after they pick up this next first down, because I think the play calling here has been quite predictable just based upon the way that they're lining up. But let's see what they could do here as we have Pierce lined up in single coverage yet again, but the cornerback does respect him and is 10 yards off.
Tyler Johnson might be that one. Instead, that ball goes to Jabray. And number 45 for the Devil Dogs.
That is Chad Curtis that I spoke about earlier, who has 58 tackles on the season, 12.5 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, pass breakup, fumble recovery, forced fumble. We know the kid is everywhere. 2 block punts as well. Probably their best defensive player, I would have to say. And he is a senior, so we know what this night means to him. But let's see if this third down conversion can be picked up by these Comets.
Carl, you said you know what that night means to him. Well, you see what that night means to the team as the Devil Dogs come up with an interception. And that is number 6, Caleb McCure, the senior cornerback with 2 interceptions on the season, already 7 pass breakups. And these Devil Dogs are deviling right now. I mean, they're what the Comets don't want to see.
Another miscue by those Comets, and we find ourselves behind 6 with 1 minute and 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Great field position for those Devil Dogs. Let's see if they can capitalize on the great field position. And the inside zone picks up about 5 yards, as it has the majority of the game. I'm sure the play calling will be a little more conservative here. A couple of close calls, 2 interceptions last possession, 1 called back, and then the redemption interception by Anton Pierce. I don't see this team putting the ball in the air much more for the majority of the game, so the Comets have to find a way to stop this ground game.
And I think they can stop this ground game, and I think they'll do just that.
It may not be that play, as it looks like he does pick up enough for the comprehensive wellness first down.
And that's the Morrilton Devil Dogs.
And the running back is running strong, Carl.
He is, but there he was tackled behind the line of scrimmage, bringing up 2nd and 12. These are the situations that the Comets defense want to see. And let's see if they can capitalize on such a great first down play. We will flip the field and be back for the fourth quarter. I do believe that it will be action-packed. The Comets have something on the line here. They don't want to go on a 2-game losing streak. Let's see if that is the case here, as they do trail by 6 points. We have seen these Comets come back a handful of times this season. Let's see if they can pull another rabbit out of the hat.
I think they will pull out a magic trick.
And before we get into fourth quarter action, we'll take a short break here.
Buying a house can be intimidating, whether it's your first house or your 10th house. And at Cornerstone, I feel like it's our job to kind of act as that offensive line for you. We want to help you get that ball to the end zone, so we're going to pave the way for you. And what we want to do is get you to the closing table on time with no stress, so you can do your own little touchdown dance, whatever that may be.
And we are back in the fourth quarter action, ahead of the fourth quarter action. Let's see exactly what happens here.
Carl, watch out now. Just messing with you. Get ready. And they run that quarterback power. Flags fly in from the heaven gates.
It is raining flags. I didn't see that coming in the forecast, but it's been doing that here all night. I'd say a 90% chance. And it looks like they will be holding on the offense. Woo! Decisions. 2nd and 22.
And Carl, it's like the refs. 1 minute it's fair, then it seems like it's not. But then they do something to make it seem like they're covering up what they're doing to the comments. And I'm not sure what's going on, but these comments have to stand tall. We know they're battle tested, and we see right there as they try to strip that ball out with the tackle by Caleb Sane. And I believe that's Ryan White. That is Ryan White. That brings up 3rd and the acre. That is 3rd and 25. Or 20. The Devil Dogs look to the sideline and get this call. The running back moves over to the right side. I would say watch the wheel route, but I don't think they do that.
Yes, they do.
And he wants to go wheel, but instead he dumps it off. And the receiver is lucky that he doesn't catch that, because I believe Anton Pierce was coming to lay the boom.
As he has all game, Tyler. Playing unit comes out with a chance to pin the Cummins down deep. Let's see if they give Jabray Shaw a chance here. This is the perfect time for a Jabray Shaw play. But with the safe punt, they will be able to get downfield pretty fast.
Collins nearly, and that will be a flag, and these comments are hurting themselves. Collins runs into the punter, and I believe the Devil Dogs offense might come back out on this field.
Let's see if that's running into the kicker or roughing. I do think that will be roughing, resulting in a first down. The refs converse about it a little bit.
And Carl, of course, you know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
There's nothing to even talk about.
Man. You have to just let him get that ball off. My God. What a mistake here. It's been a penalty-infested game here, Tyler.
It has. And we're about to get the call. The moment of truth.
Man, a big mistake by a big player. That is an automatic first down. I know that Charlie wants to redeem himself here, so I won't be surprised to see him make another play. We know this ball is going to stay on the ground here. Inside zone after inside zone after inside zone. And with 10 minutes and 51 seconds left in this fourth quarter, a lot of ball to be played. Let's see.
And they run that inside zone. He runs right up the middle. It picks up about 5 yards right there. 6 yards. And we do have an official timeout right now.
Substitutions on the Mills Commons side of the ball. These guys are playing both ways. I'm sure they're pretty tired out there. And this inside zone is not helping that fatigue that they are feeling right now, as it is wearing this defense down slowly but for surely.
And 25 continues to find a hole on each carry.
And if there's not a hole, he just rolls the grenade through the hole and blows it on up. And another comprehensive wellness first down.
And while we have a chance, we would like to say, like and subscribe on YouTube if you don't already to the Mill Sports Network. You can also follow on the PCSSD Sports Network, and we do have other networks such as the Maumelle Hornets Sports Network, Robinson Senator Sports Network, and the Sylvan Hills Bears Sports Network.
And they've really been able to sniff out this quarterback power play this half as they run it there, pick up nothing, and 2nd and 10 is the down and the distance. Let's see if Morrilton keeps this ball on the ground here. I believe they will. No reason to switch things up. We haven't seen those wide receiver sets like we saw in those first couple of possessions.
And they do keep it on the ground.
25, Destin Tate on the carry.
Destin Tate is brought down by Charlie Collins.
And company.
Maybe looking to redeem itself.
Big play. They can't afford to take any penalties. You know that they're going to want to take a shot here. Like you said, all they want to run is that 9 route. Either that or the slant to help them pick this up. Pretty predictable play calling. Let's see what happens here.
Carl, you have to watch the running back, whether he leans forward or to the side. It'll let you know if he's going out for a route or not. And it looks like Demarius Martin wanted to connect with his receiver, Caleb McEwen, on that play as he stared him down with Daniel Brown in. Looking for a holding call, I'm sure. A pass interference, I'm sorry.
Daniel Brown just has to be disciplined. He has to trust that speed that we all know that he has. And that will add on to his ability to recover. We haven't seen Miles Castor return yet in this ball game. So it looks like they're going to go with Daniel and QJ, their running back and receiver. I'm sure that Coach Lee is preaching to these guys that they cannot afford to turn the ball over here. Not sure if Morrilton will want to try a field goal attempt from this yardage. What do you think, Tyler? Think they'll try to have a field goal here?
Not sure. I don't know who their kicker is. He's already missed one earlier.
And with the blitz on the edge, they have to be careful.
And they are trying to attack Daniel Brown. And he shows his athleticism. I'm sorry, that's QJ King on that defensive play. And, man, QJ, you do everything on this team. You never cease to amaze me, man. I mean, you're the kicker, the punter, the corner, quarterback, receiver. We've yet to see you on the line, but maybe you can make a play at nose guard or something. I'm not sure.
And it looks like they will try this field goal attempt that I spoke about.
Watch the fake. I'm a faking type of guy. Fake it till you make it.
And
the kick is good.
Up and good. What a kick. The fireworks are booming once again as the Devil Dogs put more points on the board, giving them a 2-possession, 9-point lead, 23-14, with 8 minutes and 43 seconds left in the ball game. The Comets have to move with a sense of urgency now. Achilles Ringo has to move with a sense of urgency, but also keep his cool, calm, collective composure that he always tends to have, no matter the situation or what it looks like.
I don't think they have to rush anything. I think they just play their game and let the pieces fall where they may.
Fearing their second loss,
at any moment.
fearing their second loss in a row, I do think that they feel pressure now. Tyler, you are correct. They do not have to necessarily rush things. They just need to have an effective drive.
And they've had a couple of effective drives, but
special teams play here would be big as he runs in the wrong direction and then tries to cut upfield only to pick up about a gain of about 10, and they will be taking possession at about the 33-yard line. 67 yards to drive, Tyler. Let's see what the Mills Comets can put together here.
And this 3-3-5 has been a great defense to play against these Comets. They haven't put the ball on the ground much, but they have had a lot of one-on-one opportunities. All they have to do is connect. Will they go to Pierce or Jabray on this play? Instead, they go to their deep threat, Tyler Johnson.
Whoa!
And that ball slips right through his hand as Ringo puts a little bit too much arm in that one.
I think that was a perfect pass by Ringo. Tyler Johnson trying to track the ball, slowed down just a tad bit, Tyler. And like an old coach of mine told me, if you touch it, you should catch it.
Well, Carl, you play defense, so I don't think you really understand how hard it is to catch that ball when you barely have fingertips on it.
You're right, Tyler. My job was to make sure that they didn't catch it. And let's just say I got a promotion at that job.
And QJ King makes a great catch and is tackled down. Oh, my God. Tackled down at the 51-yard line. 49-yard line, I'm sorry. And the refs are going to get somewhat hurt out there.
That might be a late hit or a targeting on
or it might
the
be
Devil Dogs.
A flag on the Comets.
Is it that sideline?
For unsportsmanlike conduct as he pushed one of the Devil Dogs off of his teammate.
And the refs at some moment, especially here in the fourth quarter, 8 minutes left to play, they have to let these kids play and understand that this is an emotional and passionate game. I do see the Devil Dogs backing up as if the penalty is on them, but still no signal. And the penalty was on the Devil Dogs.
Moving on up.
15-yard penalty. Unnecessary roughness, as I anticipated, and that puts them on the 34-yard line. They are now threatening to score the football.
That is a comprehensive wellness. First down. Will Ringo get this ball into the end zone? He has the speedster Tyler Johnson lined up on the same side as Pierce.
Woo! Pierce is on the island.
Looks like he might have a step on his defender as he gets him on his heels, but instead they go to Tyler Johnson. He makes a move, and he gets tripped up as he rolls forward for another comprehensive wellness first down. And that was a beautiful concept right there with the comeback, with their defensive back playing far off about 10 yards, and Pierce pushing that 9 route all the way down to the end zone. And now these Comets are knocking on the door, and this isn't a team you want in that red zone. Ringo gets the snap, looks right, flushed out the pocket, throws it out of bounds, nearly sacked. That brings up 2nd and 10 for the Comets.
And they're bringing a little more pressure there. That is when you want to try to dump off and see a little bit of those screens. I'd like to see actually a wide receiver middle screen, Tyler. I'm sure you know about that, as you always used to like to use that against me when we played NCAA 14. Please bring NCAA back.
Hey, don't bring up the losses you used to take.
I did.
Ringo, they throw the quick screen like you said. They throw it to QJ. QJ stiff arms his defender, but his defender holds on. He needs to just go down because they need to blow the whistle. That is how players get hurt.
And my God, is that another penalty? I fear this time that this might.
I believe this might be on the Devil Dogs. QJ not going down might have allowed unnecessary roughness.
And actually it does, which
works in the Comets' favor.
Oh,
okay. Instead it is face mask. Still second down, 2nd and 1, which is great because that'll give them another chance for a first down or a touchdown.
And is this not an automatic first down off of the face mask penalty? No, it is not. 2nd and short. Let's see what the play calling is like here.
I think you just run that inside zone with Cameron Dunbar just to get that first down. Instead, they look to go in the air. And Jabray is Mr. Tony Toe Tap as he gets into the end zone for a cornerstone touchdown. And that is Achilles Ringo letting the ring go. And that's his 3rd touchdown pass on the night. And we know these Comets are going to go for 2.
They are, and this is a huge 2-point conversion because it is a 3-point game. This will put them down 1. Late coming onto the field. Ringo trying to communicate with the offense. Plenty of time left in the play clock.
And Cameron Dunbar forces his way into the end zone for a cornerstone. Not a cornerstone, just a 2-point conversion right there.
We're going to call that the Carl and Tyler 2-point conversion. Because we sure know how to call those plays on those 2-point conversions, don't we, Tyler?
We do. I might like a Scary Terry 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
Just to shout him out right there. Scary Terry 2-point conversion.
A little Terry 2-step. And with 7 minutes and 15 seconds left in the ball game, the Devil Dogs have a slim 1-point lead over the Mills Comets.
Man. And what exactly is that score right there?
23-22.
Man, I thought these Comets were going to have a lead as slim as you on the opposite side of this game. And we know that's not very slim right there, Carl. I thought they were going to have a big lead tonight, but they don't. They're down 1. They're about to kick this ball off, and, man, we have a game on our hands for Friday Night Lights.
Yes, we do. And it looks like that was a fumble.
A fumble, mumble, bumble, Carl. And who recovers that ball? Looks like the Comets recovered that ball as the Devil Dogs defense takes the field.
Woo! What a timely play. Like we spoke about, the third aspect of the game is special teams. And, man, that play sure was special.
What a time to be alive. And I'm not talking about Drake nor Future right now, Carl. These Comets, they never back down when their back is against the wall. They're battle-tested. And it will be 1st and 10 for these Comets. They're very resilient. They're very prideful, and they play as a team. And, Carl, Nothing gets better than Friday night lights. Any given Friday, any team can win. And right now, we're in for a dog fight. As it's 23-22, the Comets are down with 7 minutes and 5 seconds left here in this fourth quarter. 1st and 10, and it looks like the Devil Dogs will jump off sides and try to run back and hide like the ref didn't see him, but we saw you. This isn't knock-knock. We're here. We're knocking on the door right now. And these Comets are ready, willing, and, man, we're ready to see some fireworks ourselves.
And the offensive lineman actually moved first, trying to get the play call. Flinched a little bit, so there will be a false start on the Comets, pushing them behind the sticks. And it is now 1st and 15.
And, Carl, that only means that it is more real estate to work with. And with more real estate comes great plays. We know how the Comets get down, and we're about to see what Turk can do right here in this 1st and 15 situation. Turk drops back, looks right, goes deep. Anton Pierce, will he catch it? Yes, he will, and we have another cornerstone touchdown, and it is as quiet as a mouse in the stadium right now, as well as the press box, and, man, the Comets are on fire. They are on fire. They finally take the lead here in this game. It's been a long time, and, man, Ringo has just connected for his 4th touchdown of the game. That is Turk, Hot Boy Turk himself, and, man, he's on fire right now. We don't have a fire extinguisher to put him out because they keep popping fireworks. The Comets are tired of the fireworks right now, and now they're lighting fireworks themselves. I thought it was a flag right there, but instead it's a timeout, and we know what the Comets do when they call timeouts. They draw up a great play. I called out the trick play earlier as they ran the reverse with Anton Pierce. I don't think they go heavy here. I think they stay in that spread formation and do something tricky once again.
And as they get ready for this Terry two-step, two-point conversion, I think that this will be the pass to Charlie that they have went to very seldomly. I think they line up in that power set with him at the up-back position and try to get him this ball. That is also Pierce's 3rd touchdown, or 2nd touchdown of the game, as him and Jabray have 2 apiece. And he also has the interception on the ball game. No question who our player of the game will be. Actually, there is a question because we have Achilles Ringo with 4 touchdowns. We have Jabray with 2 touchdowns. And we also have Anton Pierce with 2 touchdowns and an interception.
Jabray, interception as well. And instead they go in that power formation and they give that ball to Murdoch, and Murdoch gets into the end zone, extending this lead.
And now it is 30-23. They are up 7 points. That was a huge conversion right there.
And
now,
like I said, these Comets do not back down. I mean, have you ever saw You Got Served or Stump the Yard? Because that's exactly what they are doing. They're stumping on the Devil Dogs yard right now, and they're owning them. They've came back. They got their first lead in the game. And, Carl, I see the face that you're making. I think this feels quite familiar to you, the way we might play NCAA 14, as you stated earlier. You might be in the lead, but then I always come back and win by at least 20.
well, we sure all do dream big, and I'm not a killer of dreams. I only support them, Tyler. Thanks for that terrible outlook on what this game is like. But with 6 minutes and 58 seconds, the Comets do have a touchdown and extra point lead, leading by 7, 30-23. Like I said, when they score in bunches. These Comets fall out the sky all at once.
Comets fall out the sky, fireworks pop up in the sky. We haven't seen any fireworks here lately, as this ball is kicked off by QJ King to the star-studded linebacker who we talked about earlier,
Chad Curtis.
And we will have a chance to see these Comets once again.
1st and 10 for those Devil Dogs.
And the Devil Dogs keep this on the ground. And they get nowhere. They're stopped at the line of scrimmage. And as we all know, football and all sports are games about momentum. And the Comets have the momentum right now. This momentum might carry them back to the U with a W. And it is 2nd and 9 right now. And we have a timeout on the field by Morrilton. That is their 2nd time out. And while we have a chance, we would like to just shout out those sponsors. That is the Kills Carpet 1 sponsor, which is our halftime sponsor. We also have the Cornerstone Home and Lending sponsor, which we say after each touchdown, as well as the Comprehensive Wellness Center, which we say after each first down.
Thank you to all of those proud sponsors. We sure do appreciate you. And Steve, I really hate that you're missing this one. We are in a great ball game right now with 6 minutes and 3 seconds left. A 1-possession lead. Man, I can only explain in few words, because right now I am lost for words on how the Comets have been so commanding and scored 16 points. Unanswered.
2nd and 9, quarterback power. And we have a flag flying in from behind them.
What a late flag. This probably is an unnecessary roughness penalty.
He didn't pull his face. He didn't put his hands to his face. I saw it, and Charlie pulled his jersey down with one arm while throwing the left arm in to try and make the tackle. Not sure if that's a call, but they made it that one right there.
Well, Tyler, we need you to run out of the booth, get down there to the field before this play starts. And another penalty flag. Looks like this will be on
the Comets. Once again.
Comets as well. Big Charlie has to keep his composure. That is another penalty on him, and he is fired up right now. Not sure that they want to see him mad, but.
And Carl, I think this will backfire. The refs feel like they're helping right now, but instead, they might have just turned Charlie Collins into Mark Henry, the world's strongest man right now. And I think he's going to pummel his way through that offensive line and make the tackle we're all looking for.
Instead, that gives them momentum and another comprehensive wellness first down pick up on the play. QJ on the tackle.
Carl, they have to get into the end zone.
They sure do, Tyler.
They absolutely have to get into the end zone. There's no first down. Nothing will save them right now.
Woo! A great play on the outside edge. Another great play, looks like by Derek Murdoch. More laundry on the field. I'm sure glad that I don't have to wash that laundry because there's been laundry on the field all day. Looks like this one will be pushing the Devil Dogs back, thinking a holding penalty. A long 1st and goal, bringing up 1st and goal from the 20-yard line. They are still in the red zone.
And Carl, you know what they're going to want to do here? attack Daniel Brown, watch the wheel route. They're looking for a pass interference, and it looks like we might have a false start, and we will have a false start, pushing them back 5 more yards. Do they try to get into the end zone on one play, or do they build up a sequence of plays?
They have to try to build a sequence here. Taking the big play only results in 2 things: bad news or worse news. We know that this Comets defense has been all over the place, especially this secondary. They did make the big play earlier on Jabray.
And like I said, the wheel route with the receiver, and instead he is set, and that is Derek Murdoch, Charlie Collins, and big number 70.
What a play. And these guys have their takeover here at the right moment, pushing them back behind the 30-yard line. We're just going back 5 and 10 and 15 yards at a time here. 4 minutes and 25 seconds. And the refs stop play here. Timeout by the Mills Comets. They want to talk over the things that they can and cannot do in this situation. I'm sure make minor changes to the defense. Probably softening up on that coverage, not giving up anything big and over top.
And Carl, these Devil Dogs aren't slick.
I see a trick play coming soon, Tyler.
I don't. I just continue to see that wheel route by the running back. And they're looking for a pass interference. They want to pick on these corners. But when you have Jabray Shaw, the human cheat code back there at safety, you don't want to put that ball in the air. You don't. And the longer the ball is in your hands, you're giving time to let Derek Murdoch and Ryan White and Charlie and RJ and all of those players just get to the quarterback. So,
and I wonder if they play 2 safeties high here or they go back to that cover 1 robber. It looks like they will drop back an extra safety here. No, actually, they do stay with the cover 1.
And Carl, all of that is covered by Jabray. Jabray sniffed the play out. They go deep, they go left, and the pass is caught. The pass is caught, and the Devil Dogs just got blessed. How ironic is that?
And a flag flies. It looks like he got down to what they said may have been the 1-yard line. He did not agree with the call. That probably will result in a personal foul on the Devil Dogs.
And it looks like their quarterback might be down. Looks like Demarius Martin might be down. Not sure if that's good for the Devil Dogs. Weston Keaton, who's only threw the ball 5 times this season, a junior, completed 1 out of 5 passes this season for only 8 yards. Can he make a play? Or will Demarius Martin stay in the game?
And the refs converse about the penalty down by the goal line.
And Carl, they went for it all. Like we said, didn't expect it.
Man, and what a penalty right there. That is detrimental to the result of this drive. It cannot possibly be first down. Oh, my God. Bringing up fourth down.
It is 4th down, and the people in the stands are highly upset right now. They are upset right now. They are upset right now, and I'm not sure what's going on. They're turning around. They're looking at me, and we have a game on our hands as that is 4th down for the Devil Dogs.
Yes, we do. That play actually happened on 3rd down. He got down to the 1-yard line thinking that he got into the end zone, and once he didn't, he got up and got a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, which pushed him back 15 yards, and now they will have 4th and goal from the 16-yard line. Could be the determining play of the entire ball game here.
And they might correct this and make this one 3rd down. Instead, they don't. Morrilton has called their final time out. And if this doesn't work for the Morrilton Devil Dogs, they are in a heap of trouble. They're down by 7 points, 30-23. The Comets are up. 4 minutes left here in this 4th quarter. 4th down for the Devil Dogs. I don't believe we see trickery right here. I believe we see what they've been doing. Why not run what you've been running? They might run that rub route right there, the slant with the receiver, wheel route with the running back, and Jabray will have to make a play. He will have to have his head on a swivel, use the speed, make the play that we know he can make.
And Tyler, I hope there's no penalty that determines this play. I want the players to be able to determine this play. Hopefully we can get a clean play of football. Not sure. The Devil Dogs may have got a bad beat right there. Not sure if it was 2nd or 3rd down on that play. But regardless, here we are. 4th and goal from the 16-yard line. All the marbles on the line.
And that pass is broken up. And that will be a turnover on downs. These Comets are playing to win. I don't think they stay conservative right here. I think they play to win. And I think knowing Coach Lee and what him and his offensive coordinator likes to do, they might put this ball in the air. And these Devil Dogs are highly upset.
And I
Even
think
the stadium right now, they might have a reason to be.
They may have a reason to be, Tyler. I do believe that was 2nd down. It should have been 3rd down. But, hey, I'm not the one with the zebra stripes.
We are.
Don't get mad at the messenger. You heard it here first on the Mill Sports Network. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook as well. They go to that power backfield that they like to go to.
Do stay conservative, giving that ball to the bowling ball, Derek Murdoch, and he nearly picks up a 1st down.
I think he needs to stay in bounds there just to keep that clock running. Don't want to offer any sort of hope there, but we know he is a one-track minded player, Tyler. Once he has his mind made up, you tell him go get the quarterback, he's going to get him. You tell him go get the running back, he's going to get him. Anton is on the island with a floaty, but I don't think he'll be getting the ball here. They run a quarterback sneak. Not sure if he was able to pick up the 1st down there. And
that is a 1st down. That is a comprehensive wellness 1st down. And it looks like they will. Carl, I'm sorry. They should play conservative. The Devil Dogs don't have any more timeouts on their senior night. So this senior night might turn into a losing night tonight.
Bad beat for these seniors here. Still a lot of football to be played with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left in the ball game. Anything can happen, as we know. But let's see.
They have to hold this ball tight. And Murdoch is running.
And as he reverses field, he picks up about 9 to 10 yards. Let's see if that is enough for another comprehensive wellness 1st down. It's right there at the marker.
A flag is on the play.
That's the only thing about reversing field, Tyler. Push those blockers. And, oh, my God, the Devil Dogs just can't catch a break. When it rains, it pours. But you can't stop the rain.
No, you cannot. You can't stop the rain. And the Comets are bringing the pain. We haven't seen fireworks all in the 4th quarter of this game.
We haven't. And, Tyler, I was just starting to enjoy the fireworks show. but it looks like I'll have to wait till next July.
I think you will. As long as they hold this ball tight, do everything right, this is game. And they'll end it with Murdoch, so you know the trust that they have in him. And they're letting this clock wind down slowly. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, 30 to 23. Second down, 2nd and 11.
And another first down, maybe 2, should be able to do it and seal the deal on this ball game. Let's see if they can pick it up here, or if these Devil Dogs are able to muster together a stop.
Watch the power left, Carl.
Looking for that counter.
Like I said, the power left.
Power
right
left
there.
it is.
Cameron Dunbar is tackled. The Devil Dogs don't have any timeouts to call right now, so they have to watch this slow, agonizing pain right now that they're feeling.
And if they did get that ball back, it would only be about 20 seconds left from my estimations. And that is not a very long time. And you have to put that ball in the air versus Jabray Shaw, Anton Pierce, and that Compass defense.
And it looks like Jabray Shaw might be getting the ball right here. Watch the blitz off the right edge. Anton. Charlie makes the catch. That will take time off the clock.
That is a big catch there. Like I said, they keep that clock running, and they will have about 20-something seconds left, just like I said. The question is, do you even want to try to punt this ball, Tyler? Because we saw the bad snap earlier. You don't want to put them back into this ball game. I think you let this clock run all the way down to 0 and then punt the ball.
I think you let it all run all the way down to 1, call a timeout, and then punt the ball.
I think they could afford to take a 5-yard loss here. They do let it run to 0.
No, they call the timeout because you don't want to lose 5 yards on a punt. And you're not sure if QJ King can actually punt that ball deep. You don't want to make him have to punt the ball 5 yards farther than what he already has to.
Don't think it matter here.
Shank it.
I think it's a little breathing room here.
Carl, football is a game of plays, making plays. And a play can be made at any moment. But you were a defensive player.
I was.
And I know defensive players aren't always right in the head sometimes. So, Carl, I'm not really sure.
I hate to disagree with my partner on this broadcast here, but I think I'm going to have to here. But nevertheless, we do have 4th and what looks like to be 8 with 28 seconds left.
And see, my problem is I would fake it. And that's my problem. That's why I can't be a coach right now.
And they say that the defensive players aren't right in the head.
But if he holds on to this kick, kind of runs a little bit, then punts it, that's actually a good punt. It will be down.
Don't touch it. Let the clock run, 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 run. And with 19 seconds left in this ball game, little to no hope for the Devil Dogs on their senior night. Such a bad beat for them. But can't ever give up hope until the clock hits 0, 0, 0. But right now, Hope is running the 40-yard dash at the rate of a 3-2 from the Devil Dogs.
And Carl, do they go deep right here? Yes, they do, but we have flags on the play. It's no Tom Brady out here, but it might be a receiver.
The refs have been firm with their calls today. Shouts out to them. We haven't always had refs as good as these.
Incomplete 1, and that brings up 2nd down.
Second down with 15 seconds left. Pressure coming off of the edges, back against the wall in your own end zone. Whew. Pretty tough.
Down 7, having to go 97 yards. Senior night, home game, losing to the second best team in the conference by rankings, but first best in overall things. This has to be one of the hardest tasks to complete. I don't think that it is. Complete this task.
And Ringo today actually had his second consecutive 4-touchdown game. Last week, he had 4 rushing touchdowns. This week, he has 4 passing touchdowns. Just showing you a little bit of the versatility about the kid. And we may have co-player of the games today, Tyler.
And I don't think we will. 4th down.
And the clock keeps running as he stayed in bounds.
Over Tyler Johnson does a backflip. The Comets will leave Morrilton on a happy but long bus ride home back to the U with the victory. They are now back in the winning column, and they are now 8-1. This team is special. Their state championship built, and me and Carlton are going to love to bring it to you in the playoffs. Once again, we had our friend Kayla on production and Kristen on the camera. We would like to shout them out, and we will be back here shortly for the post-game show.
On the trip side.
And I believe they're baiting them to throw the screen. As soon as the screen comes, they show it. But they throw the fake screen. Jabari makes the catch and gets in.
Bonner in the back. I can't tell if it's a 0 or a 6. Oh.
And Grill squirts through. He's got a lane. He breaks away.
He's running away. Is he going to make it to the pylon before he gets caught? And yes,
he's in there.
Does.
Brandon Grill takes it. Woo! What is it, 45, 46 yards to the house.
81 yards to hit pay dirt here. See if this Bears defense can come up with another stop.
Ely takes the snap, passes it quick out to Burns on the left side. Burns has a lot of room. He's up to the 40-yard line, 45, 50, 55, 40, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Wildcats. Burns is speedy, and he showed it right there.
I saw that the track and the soccer was going to be in one space.
Yep. I'll go to the right side. Bounces off the first tackler, breaks loose across the 45, midfield, off to the races. I don't know if we're going to catch him. They will get the angle. No, Candler couldn't bring him down and give him 6, as that is number 7. I don't have my roster in front of me.
Situation. The ball falls on the ground, and it's not going to be picked up. The ball is free. Carlos Stevens picks it up all the way at the 20, the 15, the 10, 5, touchdown Bears. What a wild play. The punter could not hold on to the ball, gets smacked by a Bears defender, and Carlos Stevens picks it up and takes it all the way to the end zone.
Moppin gets thrown out of the game.
Yep.
So now naked this time to the right. He's got a man back in the end zone. Going to throw the post. Could pick it. No, got him. Is he inbounds?
He's out.
And let's see.
No.
Touchdown, Watson Shap.
Backfield.
They set him in motion once again. Watch him run down the middle, and he actually runs across. Ringo is looking, cooking. Throws to Jabari makes the catch, and I believe the Seacoast get it. He makes the huddle, and Superman's into the end zone. And Carlton, we are
Holes just next to him.
Double pass.
Brentley, ball's on the ground. Now they'll pitch it to Brentley. Now the double. Now they are going to try to throw. He's got a wide receiver wide open. But Hilliard is there. And Hilliard took it away. What an interception by Karsten Hilliard. What a play, Karsten Hilliard.
All over the place.
They're going to try that outside again. We got
They stopped him. They stopped him.
He's going to be stopped. Your Senator defense make the stop. The 2-point conversion is not good. The Senators hold. And with 28 seconds left to go in the game, your score is 29 Senators, 28 Mills Comets.
I don't even know who came in there. It may have been Chase Nichols. It may.
And we are back for the post-game show. And it's been a tough debate for player of the game between Ringo and Anton Pierce, but looks like it's going to be both regardless. We had Ringo with another 4-touchdown game. He had 4 last week against Robinson, and those 4 touchdowns were on the ground. But tonight's game, Achilles Ringo had another 4 touchdowns, and they were all in the air. The kid can drop the ball in any basket. He's very accurate. And on the flip side, we have Anton Pierce, who Carl was stressing me about to be player of the game. And Carl, what would you like to say about Pierce, who also had a great game as well?
He got it done on offense. He got it done on defense. Tyler, he simply just got it done today. And he was the spark I think that the Comets needed, regardless of how well Ringo played. And he did play amazing. I think that the big plays that he made, the timely plays, and that interception after Jabray's interception was called back, I think that is the play, single-handedly, the play of the game, which made him my player of the game. And with that being said, we have co-players of the game for the first time this season.
You're right, and I wouldn't be any happier to see Ringo and Pierce both being players of the game. That's their first time actually being player of the game for the first time this season in 9 games. So that is something to speak on. But for this post-game show, we would like to talk about how the Comets came here to Morrilton knowing how hard it is to beat a team on the road and won 30-23 after being down the whole game. They didn't get their first lead into the 4th quarter, and that was on a touchdown pass from Achilles Ringo to Anton Pierce.
That what a connection to get going, especially at this time in the season, right before you get to the playoffs. You want to establish that connection. We knew how special that connection could be, but we've seen a lack of it here in recent weeks. But tonight, they just decided to attack that matchup and handle business early. I think he had maybe 5 targets within the first 2 possessions. So that was really big, and I'd like to see how much more we see of that in the following weeks.
And Carl, in tonight's game, it was a game that was kind of back and forth, but it was also stalled as well. I mean, they traded blows. They both started out slow. They both had turnovers on downs in their first 3 series. And then Morrilton popped it off with the first touchdown of the game. But it seemed like the Comets were tired of hearing those fireworks, and they finally got a fire lit under them, and it was able to win them the game. I mean, you had Jabray on the interception. That got called back. It was another pick 6, which would have been his second pick 6 of the season. He can still put that in his highlight. Just throw that in there. That would have been his second pick 6 of the season. But that one got called back. And like you said, nothing good happens. Nothing nice happens twice. And or whatever you said. I don't know what you said, but
what's nice happens twice.
What's nice happens twice. And that's when Anton Pierce decided to pick the ball off and give the Comets a chance. They went down the field. They scored. And then they kicked the ball off and forced a fumble. And that put the game in wraps. And that was that. The Comets did come here to Morrilton in tonight's away game. They get out of here with a sneaky victory. They're back in the winning column, a 1-game win streak. They are now 8-1, second in conference behind Robinson. And I'm Tyler Fountain, your sports broadcaster for the Little Rock Mill Sports Network, along with my partner, Carlton Schutz. And we hope you had a great time tonight during this Friday Night's Lights.